24 hours in a day never seems like enough time to do all the things. We could all use a little help with time management. Licensed therapist Kecia is here with some tips. Good morning, Kecia, and welcome to Hometown Living.
Good morning, Kim.
And so time management is, I'm not good at this at all. I am so not good at this. So tell me a little bit about time management and the connection with mental health.
Right, so time management and mental health are very much closely interconnected, okay? Because lack of effective time management can lead to increase stress and increase, well, I'm saying this the wrong way, Kim. If we lack time management,
yes,
it can affect us having a higher stress level.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that is not good, right? Lack of productivity, and it definitely affects our mental health from not being very well, right?
Yes. Yes.
Organizing your time, that helps with you feeling more in control. The lack of control that we have makes us feel more chaotic.
And I think that we talked a little bit about it, and that is that we need to manage our time so that our time doesn't manage us.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. And that's what experts say. So doing that, managing your time, means that I'm organizing myself by getting calendars, planners. Also, some of the things that we were talking about as well was setting priorities. Even down to emails, like
yes.
having priority email. I don't know if people have noticed, Google has kind of done that a little bit for us. They've started putting things as priorities, payments, promotions, and all these different type of things. I think that's something that's amazing for us because it helps us to organize and decrease the stress of, every time, it's the email,
Right.
So
when I was listening, we were talking a little bit off camera, and I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it said every time that you get distracted, like you're in a productive mode, and every time you get distracted, it takes you like 45 minutes to get back into that productive mode. And so I was thinking about that. I'm like, I'm one of those people that I will check my email several times during the day.
Yeah.
So how do we stay focused with that to give it that these projects and work takes that priority?
So allocating specific time blocks is important.
Okay.
Which is exactly what you're talking about. Instead of saying, I'm going to check my emails every time I get a ding, you allocate time every hour on an hour, every 3 hours. And you organize that and create those allocated time blocks. That way you are able to be more productive, right?
I love that.
Which is good because productivity gives us that work-life balance anyway, which is something we need to strive for to manage our time a lot better as well.
Well, and at that point in time, then you're working smarter and not harder.
Exactly.
So therefore, then when you're more effective with your time at work, then you have more time to do the things that you love and enjoy.
Yeah, but also being real with yourself. Don't say, if you're the type of person that's very much, I don't want to say anal, but anal.
Yeah.
You know that about yourself. Don't set an unrealistic goal. Like, I'm going to check my email at noon and 5 p.m. when you know you're the type of person that hear a ding and you're like,
yes.
Don't do that to yourself because then it becomes counterproductive.
Right.
So you don't want that to be the opposite of what you're trying to do here. So if you know that about yourself, say things like, okay, every 30 minutes, I'll allow myself to check it. Something that's going to work. Set a realistic goal. That is also a problem with time management as well. We don't set realistic goals. We give ourselves this big old goal and then we don't really accomplish it. So knowing yourself, being aware of what's realistic is also essential for managing and how you organize managing your time.
And that is, I am so guilty of that because I, get a list of 20 things down on my list that I'm going to accomplish in an hour. And it's unrealistic. Yeah. Instead of just doing 2 things and then being able to say, look what I did and celebrate that I got those 2 things done.
Yeah.
So when we do something right, how important is it for us to celebrate those wins?
It is very important. Another part to things, and I was telling you, Kecia 101.
Yes.
Not that this has been studied, but what I like to do with people in my practice is say things like, what can go wrong? Because even with knowing what can go wrong, that reduces a lot of your stress.
Yes.
So like you were saying, I put 20 things on my list. Okay, Kim, what can go wrong with you having this 20 things on the list? What can go wrong with that? oh, I'm probably not going to get that right. Oh, so now we can think more realistically and reorganize how we're doing our day.
Yes.
And that helps you to go back and try to get it together and get it right and set realistic goals and manage your time better, because now we're operating in reality and not something that's not going to work for us.
That's so true.
So now when you accomplish it, you feel accomplished, you feel more confident, you feel less stressed.
Yes.
And you feel productive. And so when you do that, some people might at the end of the week say, man, I knocked 30 of my 50 goals out. I am going to get my hair and my nails done.
Yes.
So treat yourself very kind, because you deserve that.
Yes.
You do.
And I do think that when we manage that and we get a better handle on it, think about that, right? As you said, then you're productive, but it's also then I'm going to be better at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to be better with my friends. I'm going to, and you're going to enjoy things more.
You are.
Because if you've got that hanging over your head,
You can't concentrate.
You cannot
never
concentrate.
be in the here and now, because you're still thinking about all the 50 million things you got going on.
That's right.
And that right there is a problem, because you're just going through the motion and not really thriving in life.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's it.
I love it.
We don't want to just do that. We want to be able to be in the moment and enjoy the moments that we have.
I agree.
Manage our time.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's huge. We need to manage our time. Those are great tips. Thank you so much.
No problem.
If you're wanting to book an appointment with Kecia, you can find her on psychologytoday.com or on Facebook at KB Helping.